Hello, and today we'll be doing a retrospective on Flameslinger. And by the way, I forgot to tell you, but I'm starting a retrospective series of my top 10 favorite Skylanders, but then we'll move into randoms. But still, let's get right into it. So, first, I'll start with his backstory, which goes like this. Elves are said to have a sparkle in their eyes, but Flameslinger was born with an entire bonfire. It gave the young elf the mystical ability to see incredibly far away places wherever fury, fire, flames existed. The elf could use them as an extension of his own eyes. Flameslinger soon became the talk of the town and the neighboring town and the town 3 towns over. But soon he was tired of visiting tourists. He wrapped himself in a blindfold and slunk stealthily off into the forest. Here, he would practice archery on fiends with his bow. One day, in his mind's eye, he saw a drowning fire spirit in a nearby pond. Quicker than a wildfire, Flameslinger sprinted to the struggling spirit and saved him from a watery grave. A fiery friendship was instantly formed, and the fire spirit gave Flameslinger 2 gifts: magic fire boots for lightning quick speed, and enchanted bow that shoots fiery arrows. Soon Flameslinger was back in the public eye, holding a blindfold archery tournament and winning every time. His performance caught the eye of Master Yon. Okay, that was a lot. But now, let's get into his moves. His first move is Fire Arrow, which kind of just explains itself. It shoots fire arrows at enemies. And then his secondary move is Flame Dash, which is his greatest move in his entire move set. His speed increases and leaves some flames behind him. So it lets you go really quick. Then you have his first upgrade, which is Searing Arrows, and that just increases his arrow damage, and on his arrow attack. Next, on to the next upgrade, which is his next move is Column of Fire, which when you draw a circle with the Flame Dash, it creates a fire column, and the Flame Dash will do extra damage. Then you have Volley Shot. Flaming arrows will rain down on your opponents. It's a third move, and it's not as good as the other ones, but still pretty impressive for a first game Skylander. Then you have Hyper Shot. Hyper Shot shoots fire arrows way faster, and that's why he's considered one of the faster Skylanders, faster shooting Skylanders like Trigger Happy and the other one. And now you have the split, where you can go with the Pyromancer or the Marksman. I prefer the Marksman, but you can go with either. But you'll hear my opinion at the end. So on the Marksman, you have Hellfire Arrows, which just do increased damage for Fire Arrow Rain and Fire Arrows. You have Explosive Arrows. Fire arrows explode when they hit something, and Triple Shot Arrows, which makes them shoot 3 arrows on the sides. Then you have the Pyromancer, which has napalm tipped arrows. Fire arrows leave a burning path behind them when damaging enemies with touch them, which is like the Flame Dash. An Infernal Blast, you can hold the primary button to charge a flaming attack, and then release it to fire it. And then you have Supernova. Drawing a circle with the Flame Dash causes the fire to spread out, making it do even more damage. Then you have a Soul Gem and his Wow Pow. So we'll start with the Soul Gem, because, yeah, it goes first. Flaming Arrows will, it's called Super Volley Shot, and Flaming Arrows will cover more area. It's pretty good, and not as good as his Soul Gem. Not Soul Gem, Wow, while dashing, press the normal attack button, and you'll run even faster and leave a new fire trail. Anyway, I think the top path is better because of the you can shoot 3 arrows part, but you can go with either one. The bottom one has more strategy if you're into that thing, but otherwise, just go with the top. It's easier to hit opponents and everything. Anyway, how to use this guy? How to use this Skylander? How to use Flameslinger? He's pretty easy. If you get his top path, he shoots 3 arrows instead of one. So go with the top path if you want to hit stuff better. But what I'd say is use this flame dash to stay away from the opponents while shooting from far away with the attack. And then use super volley shot if there's like a crowd of like chompies or tiny enemies. And if you do the circle attack, do it on big opponents that aren't going to die pretty easily. And if you go with the bottom path, slow them down with the circle, and then charge up an Inferno Blast, and then attack them. Because it or and then shoot a bunch of tiny arrows that leave the trail behind. He's pretty simple but pretty effective. Pretty simple.